Hello and welcome to today's video. This is my 1k Q&A. Like, we actually hit 1k. Like, this is honestly absolutely insane. Yeah, so thank you if you have subscribed. If you haven't and you are watching this, button's right down below. You can go ahead and press it if you'd like to. And yeah, I just thought I'd do a little Q&A for hitting 1,000 subscribers because, I don't know, to be honest, it just seems like the done thing, so thought I'd join on that bandwagon. This is just a question and answers for 1,000 subscribers. I did put a little like post on the community tab, which was the first time I've ever used that, so that was fun trying to figure that out. And I also put a post on my Bookstagram Instagram page on my stories. So about half of these questions are like books, Booktube related, but yeah, that's just, you know, the main vibe around here anyway. So I have got 15 questions that I've wrote down, and I basically split them up into 3 sections. So first up we're going to have like YouTube, like actual like YouTubey questions. Then second up we're going to have more like life questions, just anything else to do with life. And then last but not least is like the book questions. So yeah, just thought I'd split it up, so if you are only interested in some, the chapters will be chaptered down below. It should be able to just appear on the bottom of the screen somewhere. But yeah, I thought we'd just get into it. I really haven't prepared for this video except for writing the questions down, so it could be an interesting one. So question number 1 is, do you watch Booktube? Yes, I do watch Booktube. I watch quite a lot of it. I would definitely say, like, not including books, the like next way that I consume the most amount of like media is through like Booktube and just watching videos. Yeah, it would be rare for me to go a day without watching a couple of videos at least. So yeah, like, I watch quite a lot, which very nicely leads into question number 2, which is just Booktube recommendations. So honestly, I watch a lot. I watch a lot of different people. I do need to go through and make sure I'm subscribed because I know that there's some that I'm not subscribed to. However, I do have it so the people I'm subscribed to is like public, so you can see all of them in like, I don't know if it comes up as like subscribed to channels or if it's just in like channels or what, not really sure, but you should be able to see them all, I think. I'll try and name some that I kind of like watch every video for, except for if it's going to be like a book review for a book I haven't read or something like that. But yeah, like, there are definitely some channels that I literally will watch every video for. So those are Books and Lala, Meg with Books, Becca and the Books, Booked and Busy, The Roomies Digest, Mel Reads, and I'll just kind of leave it there. But yeah, everyone else, like literally everyone I'm subscribed to, you should be able to see on my channel. There are like so many people, honestly, and even now, like, even though I watch so much content, I'm still constantly finding new people. I kind of have a 5 video rule if we really want to get into it. Obviously, if you show up my recommended page and I watch the video, then it's gonna like track that I've watched that watch time, so you're more likely to show up again. If I recognise that I've watched 5 videos by someone and enjoyed them, I'll subscribe. Basically, that's how it goes. There are some people who like don't work in that rule just because of like the type of content or whatever, but yeah, basically I watch a lot of people, but I think did I name 6? I named 6 people that are like definite I will watch for various reasons as well. Like Books and Lala videos are always interesting, literally always interesting. Like, there's some weird concept or topic or even something just weird in a vlog. It's always a very interesting time. Meg with Books, the memes, like if you watched any of her videos, like the memes, that's enough. Becca and the Books, I have the most similar reading taste to, I think. Like, I very much enjoy fantasy romance, bit of sci-fi, bit of this, bit of that, but yeah, just seem to have a similar reading taste too. Booked and Busy, honestly I just really enjoy the videos, and a lot of the times I haven't like read or heard of the books that she's talking about, so it's definitely a more interesting way to find out about books. But I haven't actually tested this out yet. I don't actually think I've read any of the books that I've wrote down from watching, but My theory is it's similar-ish books, but I tend to not have heard of the books. We'll see. Rumours Digest I just really enjoy. Like, there's 2 of them, so I think it's a different dynamic, it's a different thing. And the videos are always like nice and interesting to watch, and there's cool concepts. The editing is very cool and the audio is like top notch. Mel reads, yeah, again, just the type of content, like the type of books that are read. Not so much anymore. I feel like my reading tastes have diverged a bit, but definitely like used to be very similar. And just interesting to watch, interesting recommendations, and opinionated. I like to watch people who are quite opinionated about the books they're reading, because that's a fun time. That's what I want. So yeah, that's kind of 6 that I've recommended, and I've been talking for a very long time. We're only on question 2, so let's move on. Question 3 is, what inspired you to start YouTube? Which, like, I will answer this question, but it's my boyfriend who asked this one. He was literally there in the decision making process to start a YouTube channel, so not sure why he's asked this, but I will answer it. I started making YouTube videos in 2018. Very random, very odd, very inconsistent, and it started out because I dye my hair a lot and I like to see videos of people using the colour that I'm going to use. Like, it's always so much better when you can see someone like real apply it on their hair, rather than watching like a product fit picture where someone, you know, has had their hair professionally done and professionally lightened to make this colour look perfect. So I always liked seeing real people who dyed their hair those colours, and I was just finding that a lot of the colours I wanted to use and wanted to try, there weren't videos for, so I started making them, and it kind of expanded from there. And then I didn't start making, like, properly making booktube content until after we moved in here. And that's because my love of reading was just ignited again after moving in, having more free time and having time to read. And even back in like 2013 I was watching Booktube. Like, it used to just be like Poland Bananas books and Ariel Bassett and Katie Tastic, and like when it used to literally just be like those few people, you know, there's probably about 10 of them in total. I was watching it then, I was like, I've always enjoyed this. Why don't I just make this? I'm already making videos for YouTube. Why am I not making book content when this is something I really enjoy? And then the more that I made, the more I was like, I actually really enjoy this. Like, this is, you know, over the course of a year it's kind of just become the main content now. And yeah, I really love it. I really enjoy it, and I like reading, so no, we make book videos. And question number 4 is, what are your future YouTube plans? I do not know. I have no clue. Literally no clue. Yeah. I just keep doing more of this, I suppose, like more book videos, more reading, and maybe some more like planned out content as well. You know, there are a couple of like bigger concepts that I've had, but they would take a lot longer to make. I will keep going as I enjoy whatever I enjoy and making content. Probably going to be books for a very long time. I still have a lot of books to read that I own, and I'm constantly buying more, so I don't see myself running out anytime soon. And then onto the more lifestyle questions, so moving away from the YouTube questions. So question 5 is, what do you do? And I assume this means like job wise. I don't have a job. I do a little of a lot of things. So I do YouTube, I do Shutterstock, I do Redbubble, Etsy, I have a pre-loved like mystery book box thing that I do, I have a sticker business that I do for like other businesses. What else do I do? I don't know, honestly, there's loads. Oh, photography, I do photography as well. Yeah, just a little bit of everything, and then just get odd jobs here and there whenever I need them. I don't do anything specific, and to be honest, I'm not really just planning on changing that. I do always keep my eye open in case there's like a cool job opening in like a cool bookstore or a cool library or something. I do always keep my eyes open for those, just in case, because it would probably be something I'd really enjoy. But all of my like real jobs that I've had, I've hated, and they've sucked the life out of me. So now I just kind of go with the flow and hope for the best. Question number 6 is, how tall are you? Before I answer, like, let me know what you think, because I'm assuming this has been asked because someone either thinks like I'm really tall or really short, but I don't know which way it comes across in video, so yeah, let me know what you think. Am I tall? Am I short? I'm 5'4", so kind of on the shorter side, but not that much shorter than like the average female in the UK. I'm pretty sure when I was younger it's like average was like 5'6" or something, so like a couple of inches shorter than that, so not super short but shorter than average. Question 7 is, what are your cats called? So for this one, I'll go get them. Let's do a proper introduction. I do have videos on the cats from when we got them, but they are quite old now, but I'll go and grab the cats. Okay, so this is cat number 1. This is Jafar. He's a little baby. He's so tiny. And yeah, his name's Jafar. This is him. He's very cute. Say hello here. Look here. Say, oh yes, I'm so cute. And I love the chimpus. Oh yes. I love the chimpus. Yeah, so that is Jafar. He's very chill. He's very easy. But he does have his crazy moments. Don't you? And this is Fluffy Bum Geoff, who does not like being picked up, so I'll settle him first and then properly show him. Can I grab your bum? This is Fluffy Boy Geoff. He's not looking as fluffy as normal because he has recently had a bit of a haircut. But yeah, this is Geoff. He is known as Big Fluff around the house. Oh no, you don't want to be picked up, do you? There you go. But yeah, that's both the cats. We got them both at the same time. They are like brothers. We don't think they're actually brothers, but they could be related somehow. Yeah, we adopted them in November 2020 and we're told they're about 2 years old, so they're probably about 3.5 now. Okay, and then question number 8 is, how do you dye your hair so much? I assume that this is just literally like, I still have, you know, thick, relatively long hair, and I do dye it a lot. I've dyed it like twice already this month, so I assume this is just someone who wants to be able to do that. Honestly, I don't have an easy answer. I know my hair, I know what it can manage, I know what it can take. Currently I'm not bleaching my roots like all round here because I over bleached at one point, so I'm just not doing it. I'm okay my hair not looking perfect for a little while if it helps it. And also all of the dyes that I use are vegetable based dyes, there's no chemicals, so they're also super conditioning. So after the initial bleaching of my hair, no chemicals really go on it after that point. So obviously when I bleach my roots next time, that will damage it, that chemical will damage it, but after that, any dyes I'm putting on it are like super natural. They're all like vegan, cruelty free, vegetable based, conditioning, and just natural. Yeah, so it doesn't really get damaged more than that. Obviously at the moment I'm blue. If you know a little bit about hair dye, blue is a pain in the arse to get out. So if I do decide to go from like blue to like pastel pink or something, I will need to like get this removed and I will need to have like chemicals put in the end of this. But honestly, I'll just take care of it, and I'm also not afraid to chop it off if I needed to. If someone was like, oh, for your hair to look the healthiest it needs to be chopped off to like here, I'd just do it. Like, I'd just get some scissors and chop it off, like, yeah. But also I do think that's because I've literally, you know, if you've been around a while you will know I used to have quite naturally long hair down to like rib cage. I had extensions, I then had it shorter again, I then shaved my head, and then I've just let it grow out and I just do it all myself now. So yeah, how do I dye my hair so much? I take care of it and I know my own hair, but unfortunately to get to the point where I can be like, oh, I can't bleach this bit at the top for a little bit because my hair needs to recover, to be able to do that and learn and like do that, it's just taken me years and years. I've been dyeing my hair myself for 11-12 years now, so over time I've just learned, and unfortunately there's no quick easy answer, but yeah. And now we're on to the bookish questions. The question's all about books basically, quite a variety, but yeah, let's get into it. Question 9, paperback or hardback. Yeah, paperback. Are there any hardbacks you can even see? I don't think there is. Yeah, I prefer paperbacks. I think they're easier to read, they're more comfy to read, they're cheaper. Yeah. Oh, and I also buy a lot of secondhand, and paperbacks are more common secondhand. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind hardbacks. If I have hardbacks of a book, I don't mind, but generally I choose paperback. Yeah, if all of these books here were in hardback right now, I'm sure this shelf would look a hell of a lot prettier. But overall, like, that's the only benefit for me for hardback over paperback. Everything else, paperback side. So yeah, I definitely choose paperback every time. Question 10 is, do you annotate? Yeah, I do. Not often, but if I feel like a book needs it, if I just decide I want to, then I will. I do more tabbing than actual annotating. Like these Violent Delights, for instance, I hardly tab this. Like, you can literally see there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things in it, and most of that was pronunciation, because this is based on Shanghai, so a lot of the things in here I didn't know how to pronounce, such as like the surname. Like, I didn't know how to pronounce the surname, so I've got it wrote down, stuff like that. I did think that one of the Shadow and Bone books I'd got really annoyed in and wrote in, so I have just had a quick flick through, but I can't find it. But yeah, I tend to mainly write in books when I'm annoyed at characters and stuff, because I can just take my anger out. But yeah, I do annotate. Not loads, don't really know how, but works for me. Question 11 is, do you DNF? If you don't know, DNF is did not finish. And yeah, if you don't finish a book, if you're reading a book and you're not liking it, do you DNF? Yeah, I do. I don't do it often. I do tend to know my reading taste pretty well, so I don't DNF often, but I do have like a little shelf on my Goodreads page for books that I've DNF'd, and in the past 2 years I've DNF'd 3 books. So yeah, not many, and these have all been like outside my comfort zone books that I've just not enjoyed the beginning of, so I just decided to DNF. I will say, if I'm more than halfway through a book and I figure out that I'm not enjoying it, I do tend to push on if I'm more than halfway through. But yeah, if I realise I'm not enjoying it and it's not for me before the halfway mark, yeah, I'll put it down. I'd rather pick up a book sooner and enjoy it than really push on. Question 12 is, how are your books organised? So I did recently do a bookshelf organisation video for like the books in this room. This is my bedroom that I'm in, and all the books in here are books that I've read. And I've got this big bookcase behind me and another little bookcase behind the door in here, and they're all books that I've read. They are organised in either genre or author, like alphabetically. So like the shelves that you can see now, like this shelf, and this shelf, these are all of my like fantasy-ish series in alphabetical order. So yeah, that's how they're organised. And then upstairs in the office I've got 2 bookshelves up there, which are like this size, like width-wise, but they're half size, so essentially one of these again. And they're all of my unread books, and they have no rhyme or reason except for trying to get them to fit on as best as possible. So yeah, that's how I organise my book. It's nothing special, nothing fancy, but it works. I enjoy it. So yeah. Question 13 is, what will you never read? And I'm not sure about this. Like, I don't think there's a book that I'm like objectively against reading. Obviously, if like an author's problematic in a way that I can't get past, so obviously if someone, I don't know, let me think of something silly. If an author is very vocal about their like hatred of mayonnaise, like obviously that's a bit problematic, but just, you know, not on a serious level. Like, I'm not going to not read an author because of that. But if an author has any like views that I cannot align with and are part of a greater issue, such as if an author was like racist, homophobic, transphobic, like anything that is like not silly, I guess, like anything serious, then I wouldn't read work by that author. But do I have any off the top of my head that I'm like, I will never read that? No. So yeah, sorry, that's a bit of a crap answer for that one, but I don't have a book that I'll never read. I've had books that I've unhauled without reading because they've no longer caught my attention, but I don't know how my reading tastes are going to change in the rest of my lifetime, you know, like I'm only 25 right now. So I won't say I'll never read those. Like, the only time I'd never read is if like the author is the problem. Number 14 is book recommendation. That's it. So obviously this isn't going to apply to everyone, but if you like kind of like slightly older YA fantasy, that's kind of what we sat in front of right now. Bit older but not much. Honestly, oh, this is a good one actually. Yeah, I'll just go with this. This is Graceling, book 1 of the Graceling realm. Book 5 is coming out this year. These are great, honestly. Like, more like, I would recommend these to like a non-fantasy reader to try and figure out if you might like fantasy. They're really interesting, there's a lot going on, but they're just written in a very easy way to understand. So yeah, I'd say Graceling. If you haven't read that, go for that. So yeah, I'll just go with Graceling. I mean, there's loads of other recommendations, but yeah, that's one I'll go with for now. And then the 15th and final question is, what's your favourite book of 2022? Which I don't know. I've read a lot of good books this year, honestly. Like, my 5-star ratio is actually crazy. I really don't know. I'd say a poetry book is Pangea by Hannah Mian. That is definitely my favourite non-fiction that I've read this year. I think because like I'm also reading like biographies and stuff, which like they're just automatic 5 stars. I can't give someone's life story less than 5 stars whether I enjoy it or not. Like, that's someone's life story, like, unless the writing's like really bad or it's really problematic or something. Yeah, but I'm not really classing those. But yeah, so Pangea, that's a really amazing poetry collection. I really want to get like a physical copy of that because I read that as an ebook. I really want to get a physical copy and reread that. In terms of like fiction, I really enjoyed These Violent Delights. This was a really good book. I read this at the very start of the year. That has potential to be a favourite. I don't think it will come out as like the favourite. I feel like it's got potential, but I feel like it'll be beat. And then I also read Winterkeep near the start of the year, which is the 4th book in that Graceling Realm series that I was on about. That was really amazing. And then in terms of books that like aren't in my like usual genre, they're a bit out of my comfort zone, I've got these 3. This is Felix Ever After, Yoke and Station 11. All of these 3 I've read this year. They're not in my usual genre, so I don't think they'll be like the favourite of the year. But again, I think they have the potential to, even though they are out of my like what I really enjoy. So I'd say these 3 really stand out, but they're probably not actually a favourite because I don't know enough about their specific genres. But like, I've really enjoyed all of these 3 as well. That is the end of the video. Thank you so much if you did submit a question for this. I really enjoyed it. If I didn't get around to your question, I am sorry, but I will hopefully do some of these in the future. Yes, if you do want to be a part of them, I will put my Instagram here so you can give it a follow, because that is normally when I ask for like participation-y things. But yeah, I really hope that you enjoyed. Do give the video a like if you liked it. Subscribe down below if you'd like to see more content like this. I do upload every Monday, Wednesday and Friday, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Bye.